Hello, White Sox fans. It is late at night as I am recording this on a Sunday night. Happy Mother's Day to any mothers out there. Why am I on all unkempt, dirty ass clothes and all this? It was a busy week. I just got done painting my house. Hence, I'm wearing a good old Berwyn Svengoolie shirt, giving it a farewell tour. But I wanted to come by to still do the Picks to Click video because I love doing it. I love that so many of you are participating in it. I'm having a blast. And man, it's also fun to talk White Sox right now. I remember last week, I said, hey, the Sox only have 5 games. You got to make the most of them, and that was advice to you when making your Picks to Click. But the White Sox took that to heart, and they ended up winning 4 out of their 5 games, hold a nice 1-game lead in the Central Division now, which is, I know it's early in the season, but it's always nice to be in first place. The White Sox pitching is just unbelievable. The home run power has not really materialized yet so far, but that has not stopped the White Sox from scoring a boatload of runs this week. And it's so wild to look at this week compared to last week. There were almost no extra base hits the previous week. But this most recent week, in only 5 games, lots of doubles, 2 triples, a couple of home runs as well. So the White Sox offense is getting it going even without the long ball. Not only is the starting pitching just exceptional, as they've been most of the year, but one offensive standout from this week that nobody voted for, because who would have thought? Dylan Cease, 3 for 3 with a double, looking like Yermin Mercedes out there. In case anybody has stumbled across this and are not involved yet with the Pick to Click contest, the concept is you just guess who the top offensive performer will be. Leave your comment just in the comments below. Just by participating, you'll get 1 point, but we also do pick the top and second place performer. Top place, the best offensive performer, if you happen to guess that right, you get 5 points. Second place gives you 3 points. The scores accumulate, so just by playing each and every week, you'll at least be getting 1 point. And at the end, I do want to be able to give away prizes to the top 10 finishers. So even if you haven't come across this before, it's never too late to start making your guesses, making your predictions. And something that would help as well is like this video. That will get this video out there to more people. The more people that watch it, the bigger the prizes might end up being. So let's dive into this last week and see how everybody did. As always, Tim Anderson got a healthy amount of votes. Andrew Vaughn moved up the ladder quite a bit. He had a great week 2 weeks ago in limited playing time, and that did result in more playing time this week. We'll see how he did. Easily the top vote getter was Jose Abreu. He won it a couple of weeks ago. However, his strikeouts had been piling up, and I wasn't quite sure how that would pan out. As you see, I did vote for him. It was my first time voting for Jose on the year. Yoan Moncada, much like Tim Anderson, really regularly gets a lot of votes. He is one of the most consistent players in our lineup. For the first time, Leury Garcia got votes, and also Billy Hamilton got a couple of votes. And in both cases, interesting and intriguing bets. For Leury Garcia, he got some really clutch hits a couple of weeks ago that led to a ton of RBI for him. So you knew he was going to get more playing time, and of course he did this past week. When it comes to Billy Hamilton, I'm sure a lot of people thought he would end up stepping in for Luis. However, it turns out, even with Luis out, Tony La Russa likes to have Billy Hamilton as a pinch runner and a late-inning defensive replacement, so he did not get all that much time. I'll spoil it right now. Billy Hamilton was not the offensive player of the week. He ended up going 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts. Nick Madrigal only mustered 1 endorsement for the guess at who would be the best offensive player this week. As always, Hiram stuck with Adam Eaton. However, Eaton ended up battling some hamstring and knee injuries. He only got 7 plate appearances on the week. As I'm recording this, he is still not on the injured list and probably won't be on it. However, it might be something to consider before picking at him for this coming week. And Yasmani Grandal had yet another Yasmani Grandal type of week. Regular playing time, no hits, and a boatload of walks. He's doing something just exceptional right now without having to swing the bat. I'm sure many of you have seen the articles that point out that Grandal and Babe Ruth are the only players to ever log 13 walks within 4 games. And for the first time since this contest launched, no one picked Yermin Mercedes. However, that reason is that the Sox played 2 of their 5 games in a National League park where Yermin was not going to get the start. I'm sure there will be lots of people picking him this coming week. Taking a quick look at the stats for the week, once again, Zach Collins is making the most of his very limited plate appearances. Tim Anderson led the way with regular players, batting just a little bit over 300. Nick Madrigal batted a respectable 261, however, for him that's pretty low. And it's kind of amazing how low these batting averages are when you see how many runs the White Sox did score. Tim Anderson led the way with 7 hits, a small lead over Jose Abreu and Nick Madrigal, Moncada right behind them. It was a good 5 games for extra base hits. Abreu led the way with 3 doubles. Moncada and Vaughn each had 2. While Abreu, the recently called up Danny Mendick, and Zach Collins each homered. Leury Garcia and yes, Yermin Mercedes picked up a triple.
Jose Abreu leads the way in 12 total bases, the only player in double digits. Tim Anderson had 8, Moncada and Mercedes had 7. When it comes to on-base plus slugging, Collins leads the way with the help of a very small sample size since he only played in one game. It's going to be interesting to see if anybody picks Danny Mendick for this coming week. Unfortunately, no other players were above 800 in on-base plus slugging. The offense overall was very evenly distributed. Tim Anderson, Yoan Moncada, Vaughn, and Madrigal each with 4 runs, Abreu and Garcia with 3. Abreu led the way with 7 RBIs, Moncada and Mercedes each with 4. When looking at the walk-to-strikeout ratio, of course, Yasmani Grandal does great, and Collins continues to have a really good eye. The only trouble area is, again, Tim Anderson with just 1 walk against 6 strikeouts. Of course, we know he is a guy that's going to be swinging the bat a lot. Very quiet 5 games for stolen bases. Tim Anderson was 1 for 1, and Leury Garcia had a very big caught stealing. When it comes to offensive performers last week, there's 2 very clear tiers, and Jose Abreu is in a league of his own. He definitely led the way. It's the second time in the last 3 weeks he was the top offensive performer. And then neck and neck alongside each other was Yoan Moncada and Tim Anderson. So they will tie for second place. As you watch the current updated leaderboards, I will make my pick. I think Yasmani Grandal is a very intriguing option. I'm really tempted to go with Tim Anderson as well. But after watching Yermin Mercedes leg out that triple, I'm going to pick Yermin for this coming week. Make your predictions in the comments below. Of course, it's free to play, and just keep on playing. Share with your friends. Until I see you next time better rested, play ball and go Sox.